Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader. This week's issue, starting February 24th, 2017. I'm Kozmic, your host, and this is what we got going on this week. Well, folks, this is the big new moon of the late winter. This is the solar eclipse new moon at 8 degrees Pisces. Or would that be? I guess that would be 14 degrees Vedic Aquarius, so in the constellation of Aquarius, in the nakshatra of Shatabisha. What is Shatabisha? Shatabisha can be like 100 doctors, or 1,000 doctors, or 1,000 flowers. And Shatabisha is ruled by the North Node. Now, what do we know about the North Node? We've got Ardra, we've got Swati. There's Ardra is howling, Swati is the wind, Shatabisha is many doctors. There is a wind quality to any Rahu North Node ruled moon. This is a new moon. Folks, I am expecting record winds over the next 4 weeks. Record speeds of wind and storms found. I'm also expecting cures and unusual diseases to be discovered, both because of Shatabisha in this. And the fact is, it's an eclipse. So you can go look on your chart. If you got a Western chart, you go find out where 8 degrees Pisces is on that chart. And you got yourself a Vedic chart, you go look out and see where 14 degrees Aquarius is on that chart. And you're going to see something here. Marn! God damn it.
One of them died?
No, it's just like you've got this loud thing on the background in your computer here. I have to...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was already making a noise, you know. It's just like...
Keep going.
Yeah. Alright. Gosh darn it. So I was just doing the beginning of the forecast, and then I had to interrupt that.
Start again.
Okay. Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader with me, Kozmic Kev, and your sometimes absent producer, Dick Whitman. Anyhow, this is for the weekend beginning February 24th, 2017, and the big news is that we've got a new moon solar eclipse. Folks, this is like a direct hit, pretty much, very close to the north node of the moon. I mean, the south node of the moon, rather, to Ketu. So this happens at 6:58 a.m. Sunday morning. So just before 7 o'clock Sunday morning. Solar eclipse new moon. And it's 8 degrees Pisces in Western astrology. That's about 14 degrees Aquarius in Vedic astrology. Okay. So, you want to look at that in your chart. So that's the nakshatra Shatabisha. Shatabisha is 1,000 flowers, 1,000 doctors. It's ruled by Rahu. It's ruled by the North Node. Along with Swati, along with Ardra, there's an association with wind. There's an association with a howling. And sometimes there's diseases that seem to be impossible to cure. I have friends dealing with Lyme, this disease that comes from like tick bites, you know, and quite common in this part of Northern California, and it can be quite debilitating. And if you don't get the right blood screen, they're not going to know that you have it. It's very much a Shadabisha ailment, in that sense. And one of the things Aquarius really reminds us of is how we all suffer from social injustice. And it can make us angry. And sometimes when we're in that place of anger, we're not able to even get the support of people who want to help us, because we turn them away. And it can, get into like a victim-like consciousness. And this is something that, I want to warn people, even in Western Pisces time, is like, some people call Pisces like the martyr or the ultimate victim. And it's like we all get victimized, but we don't have to stay in the victim space. And that's really important to know as we're in this here. But there's some high spiritual aspects in this time, and I want to be able to activate those for all of you as we go sign by sign this week for your horoscope with me, Cosmic Kev, your host. Okay, so greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. So Aries, what's going on with you? Well, we just had Mercury it's going to move out of Aquarius into your 12th house, and that's going to happen at 3:08 p.m. tomorrow on Saturday. Okay, so that's the beginning. So we've got Mercury, Neptune, Chiron, and then we're going to have the moon with this new moon. Well, what I'm going to say to Aries right now is like, are you ready to have a whole new way of looking at your karma? Do you have a whole new way of saying, hey, I don't know. This is an eclipse for meditation. I'd get up before 7 o'clock. I get up at least 15 minutes, and say a little prayer. Say a little thanks to Creator of the universe to get you this far in life. Because, the 12th house is a blind spot. And these next 4 weeks are all about your karma. And, I mean, in a lot of ways, Aries is symbolic of our karma of aggression. And I really, when I was growing up, they really encouraged aggression. They really encouraged competition. They really encouraged... There wasn't like that feel-good thing that happened to kids in the 80s or whatever. Like, I'm sorry if you grew up then. I'm really happy for you. I know your self-esteem is good, better than mine probably. But what it really should be the conscious is who's the best cooperator, and how do we cooperate with each other in times like this. Now you're charming. You got Venus, Mars, Uranus still in the first house. But you got a lot of blind spots right now, and if you pay attention to your spiritual life, this is going to go very well. If you just ignore it and do nothing, well, you'll see what happens. That's just kind of, all right, you go ahead then. That's fine. You go with that. Yeah. Now, I'd like to say, greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. I'd like to say this is going to be way easier for you, but I'd be lying. I'd be lying through my teeth. I mean, on one end, here's a positive, is that this is going to be sort of a revolution in your social life who are good friends. I could see like good people coming into your life, like elders and, more established people, men and women both, in this eclipse, and bringing a benefit, some beneficiary guidance in your life. Knowledge. A chance to meet with a group of people and plan for the future in a good way. That doesn't sound like there's anything wrong with that. But here we go. We've got Uranus, Venus, and Mars in the 12th house. So, I mean, when it comes to your love life, you're totally blind right now. And yet you must be having a really good time, too, because the 12th house could be pleasures of the bed. So that's not so bad. Jupiter is transiting your 6th house, so it's the time to improve your health. So, I mean, if you've been suffering any kind of physical ailment, this whole year between now and late October is about getting healthier. It really is. And you will. And there are some things, with Saturn and Sagittarius transiting your 8th house, are sort of ego crushing. But on the other hand, there's some good fortune too. If you're willing to let go of certain things, I see a transformation Might be worth traveling. Might be worth getting another certificate of some sort to put on your name. All right. Well, greetings, Gemini, and welcome to your horoscope. So, now that we're in Pisces time, pretty well established, we got this new moon thing happening on Sunday morning. It's really about your ability to be a leader, your ability to take on responsibility. I mean, your social life looks like it's whack and fun. It's like, I want to go out with you. I want to party with you, Gemini. Yeah. I know we're going to have a good time. But, you have a little more responsibility than usual. Maybe people got sick at work, and now you're boss, and you're like, okay, let's work this out. And the fact that Mercury just moves into your midheaven on Saturday, it's like, wow, more brilliance, more ability for you to consciously use your mental energy. And along with all your great visualization ability, and you have the ability to throw a good party right now. I mean, you might be having some relationship issues that are long term or things that are kind of ego crushing, but that's okay. All that stuff's temporary. At least you're creative and you still love fun. You still love love. So you're still standing, You're still standing, so you can get up again if you need to. Well, hello, Cancer, and welcome to your horoscope. So, what were we thinking here? Well, I mean, it's a good time. I mean, it's Pisces time. Pisces rules your good fortune. This is when, you might win a lottery ticket and get $5 off of it or something. I don't know, I mean, it's, or you win a cake in a cakewalk. I always like the cakewalk thing because that just always seems like less of a risk, Or maybe you'll do good in bingo. I'm not really sure. But travel looks good this time of year. Going back to school, getting some kind of certificate, that looks good this time of year. You also have this ability to take on leadership too. Just like I was saying about Gemini, you've got some of that going on too. You're adding a lot of like dynamic and beautiful touches and inspiring things, maybe helping get everybody technologically updated, and you're motivated, you're happy at home more than usual, and you're trying to make your relationships with your siblings work, it might be a little bit hard. And you're working on being a stronger, healthier you and securing your relationship. That'll be better in the future. All right. Well, hello, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, if I'm like looking at somebody right now who potentially could be struggling through these transits in some ways, and in some ways doing really good. How are you doing good? Well, you're doing good in that you got Venus, Mars, Uranus in the 9th house. So like doing fun things, traveling with a loved one could be really good this time of year. And you have new ideas how to make money. You got some quick, rich schemes going on. And you're able to make new friends. And, I think a lot of the limits you've had over the last couple of years with your children and stuff are starting to lift. They're starting to get a little better. And you're working on the transformation, You're working on making positive changes in your own health and own being. And I think that this is a little bit more of a depressing time for you because you have to like kind of give other people the power and not be so willful and so independent and just go, okay, that sounds good. And so since you're kind of known a little bit for being a control freak at times, I'm sorry. Oh, me? I'm so nice. Yeah, I know. I get all that nice, friendly stuff. Yeah, no, that's all you. But so, some of that, is you'll be aware of, and you just gotta have to let go of it, and then and then things get good again, after 4.5 weeks. But all right, all right. So, greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. What are we gonna do? Well, this is your kind of romantic time. And I mean, I would imagine with Venus, Mars, Uranus in the 8th house, this is like busted up, pumped up libido, Virgo time, like early spring, gotta do it feeling. More money coming your way. There's more potential for that. There's better relationship and contract things being made for you, as well as your ability. You're like the son that's probably happiest in some ways being alone, but also can be some of the best lover because you're willing to be so giving. And that's a beautiful thing. So this new moon is going to change your whole relationship trip. This new moon eclipse is going to rock that. And so if you're having some rough times or whatever in it, there's a chance that what's causing it will be illuminated, and that you can be freed from it and not feel so upset by it. So that's a good thing. And I think also if you're not in a relationship, this the other thing is, or you're in a relationship that's not going anywhere, somebody could easily step in. And think about this too. Most of you Virgos are Vedic Leos. Okay, Sunday is a powerful day for Leos in Vedic astrology. So I think Sunday is a powerful day for most of you Virgos. And I think somebody could walk into your life on Sunday, with the eclipse. It's like, oh my gosh, this is shattering. Or, and maybe make a mess of everything too. I'm not saying go for it, but I'm like, things are happening. Okay. Hello, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. Jupiter in the first house, it's a winner. I mean, there are no bad signs really for Jupiter, okay? Let's just face it. So Jupiter in Vedic Virgo or Western Libra, it does better when it's retrograde, which it is right now. So I would expect good things for you. Saturn moving from the 3rd to the 4th, You might be approaching a time in your life where you're looking at buying real estate, over the next year or two. I kind of see that happening. Also, relationship with a father. If you have an elder parent, older father, you should definitely try and keep in touch with him and put that in there. This eclipse is about a health thing with you, or about a work thing. So health or service work, and how that's going to affect your life, So that's what's going to change, and you'll know it Monday when you go there. It says, uh-oh, what? I don't know, or I'll be like, wow, this is great, so I could go either way. Romance-wise, you're always known for being the sweetheart and the quintessential lover, so to speak, and I mean, now should be no different with Venus and Mars and Uranus there. One thing too about Mercury moving, into your 6th house this week, along with that new moon, is really focus on your health. Really, it's like you kind of have this propensity for like caffeine, beer, and sweets, and those things are really hard on your kidneys. It's like you kind of have to chill out from some of that stuff. I'm just giving you a straight talk here, because it could hurt later on way better. Okay. No, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I know. But anyhow, greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. Good to have you here. We're further along in Pisces time. It's feeling better. It's feeling like the creative mojo is kicking in. I'm having fun. I'm smiling. People wonder what I'm up to. It's really cool. My kids are doing better. All these kind of superlatives that go with the 5th house transit. So I mean, that's the nice part about it. So what about this new moon? Well, get ready for renaissance in your creativity. If you've been in a dry spot, you know it's coming on though. You've been feeling it over the last few months. Like, no, this ain't gonna last forever. I gotta get there, make something, be creative, because that's what I'm here for. And so I mean, there's so many great creative Scorpios to think about, whether it's Salvador Dali or Claude Monet or Neil Young or Joni Mitchell, or even Ben Harper. I mean, there's all kinds of people that lend this kind of creative talent, and you got to work on that stuff. You got to do it for yourself. And pay attention to that imagination, your spiritual life, and keep working on your health. Keep working on your social image. If you can go use clothes shopping, get some sharp looking outfits. Some people give up stuff, especially guys, I would say this, a lot of people give up stuff because they're bright colored. Like some people are really scared of colors. Go out. Go all out. Wear colors that make you happy. Okay, so, see I'm in yellow today. That's happy. Happy is good. It's also Jupiter. We like Jupiter. Jupiter vibe is positive, and we want to bring in the positivity. Okay, so let's talk Sagittarius talk right now. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. We've got, it's all about timing in your life, And like I said last week, the Saturn thing is mostly hitting those of you born after the 15th of December. Or you've got a rising sign more than 20 degrees, Sagittarius. You people are feeling the, yeah, I got to move on this weight, in order for me to do good. Now, things to focus on in Pisces time in this eclipse is your mother, your father, your parents. I mean, your whole relationship to your parents could change dramatically after this weekend. So, for better or for worse, depending on how old you are, how old they are, I would say work on it. My belief in the Creator, goes back to Jewish mysticism, to the legend of the Malkanu. The Malkanu are the divine parents. You have Adonai and you have Asherah. And so there is, God and Goddess. There is that tradition is, the roots, and it is part of Christianity. It's got to be part of Islam. It's got to be part of the Sufi trip, and it's all part of all of us because we all descended from our parents, and their parents and their parents, and so, this kind of honoring and this kind of awareness is deeper spirituality, and it's not like it's a big deal. It's not rocket science that you're going to be privy to this, but I want to focus for you a new relationship with your parents with this new moon. Okay. Yes, I. All right, we're getting over into the land of Capricorn here. Well, greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. So, Saturn in 12th house, it's really beating down on your first house. It's just knocking on the door. It's conjoining. So, you're at this place now where it's kind of like, wow, I've got to be real with myself. I can't just be false because it's an image and I can get away with it. It's something I use. Now, I want to be known for being something other than a user, and so there's that. This is the deep astrology, Capricorn, so you're going to get in that, and I think the thing that's of value in Pisces time is your friends, your neighbors, and they see you clearly, and I mean, if you get in a okay space with yourself, say, hey man, what is it that bothers you about me? What could I do better, you think? Or, that kind of thing is self-improvement. It's going to go a long way right now. I mean, career-wise, you got this one. This looks good. In your home life, bring more love and beauty into the home, more inspiration, maybe just a little more cleaning, and just have a better relationship with your parents, too. I think that goes a long way, and you're going to be making this eclipse is a new relationship with your siblings, Get along better with your siblings. Yay! All right, greetings, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, it's like show me the money. This new moon is going to be about the money. Now, of course, moon's in Aquarius now. That's how we start out this weekend. But as of 4:24 p.m. tomorrow, moon goes into Pisces, and it's about family, it's about money, it's about the throat, it's about your hearing, and it's about your values, and all of those in this eclipse can be changed really quickly. And so look at that, and it's really going to be a theme for the next 4.5 weeks. So where you need healing, and like one of the things I want to keep that in mind with the Shadabisha theme of this new moon and the eclipse is that we need healing. We have screwed up the planet, and I knew this back in geography class, like 40 years ago or something, and it's like, no, they didn't, oh my God, it's been the horrors, and so not all of us elders were ignorant of the fact, and we did things to moderate our lives so we wouldn't build up this complex of horrible things. Some of us, some of us would have done better maybe if we got richer so we'd have more money to fight all these horrible things. So the choice is yours. But it's a time for adventure. It's a time for good friends. And it's a time to really relook your money and your values. All right, greetings Pisces, and as we wrap this thing up, okay, so for you, this is all about finding a way to have peace of mind and renewing your soul with your best intentions, which is healing and spiritual truth that takes away illusions. And you have a certain wealth right now of your tools and the art you own and your ability to cook and make beautiful things and inspire others. And this new moon's all about you. It's transformation of the soul on a soul level. Now, I mean, if you're a Pisces born on the 26th, I mean, it's really going to affect you radically, I'm sure. You know, this is no joke. This is a time for ultimate renewal. And you know, you're showing great leadership. You're showing a way of having parties that mean something deeper for people. Think of that. And other people are going to help you. You've got other people that are, you know, there's a hand in the court. And I know that you're dealing with a lot of personal karma right now, but I think that this is a time to resolve that karma and the time to be a blessing to others as a partner. Thank you once again for joining me for this episode of the Planetary Persuader. We are going to do this again next week, and it will be March, and it will be wonderful. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you then.